We were actually high school sweethearts.
Yes, we've been together for 25 years, but we've only been married 10. So we thought we had it figured out. We're mature now. We're 30. It's time to settle down. Time to get a family.
So our daughter was born on October 11th, 2001. It was the happiest time of our lives.
We had our own individual struggles that we had with one another. We really were more like roommates more than we were an actual married couple.
We were just kind of living parallel lives. There was times where we would go to dinner and we would literally just not have anything to say. We'd become very distant and selfish.
Disconnected. Very disconnected to one another.
And then December, the early part of December, it's like my whole world just caved in, because that's when I discovered the affair.
Someone that I was working with, I found myself attracted to her. We separated, and she was living with her family, and you know.
And I was in a deep depression, as you can imagine.
Postpartum.
I had a brand new baby, and I was trying to figure all that out, and then, but it was the best of times, 1 minute, and then the next minute my whole world came crashing down on me, basically. I thought I had everything, and everything that we had hoped and planned for, and then all in one swoop it was gone.
So here I am with a big mess on my hands. What I thought, because I thought, well, this is the best. We don't love each other. We're not involved with one another. Yes, we got a kid, but there's no sense trying to raise a kid. You know, all the same excuses that people use to end a relationship, to justify it. You know, I spent some time, a couple weeks, trying to talk to her and trying to say, well, we need to go try to do some counseling. We're trying to do something. And after a couple weeks, she said, okay, fine, we'll try to go do some counseling. We'll try to do something to fix this mess. A week later, we found out the woman I had broken up with is now pregnant.
I was driving to work, and I'd actually heard one of the messages on one of the local radio stations. At
the time, we had heard an awesome testimony couple on the radio that had been separated for 2 years, and they were getting divorced finally, and they had gone to the weekend, and they were fully restored, and on the radio saying how great of a marriage they had. So we're like, wow, that sounds good to us. That's what we need. That's what we always wanted.
And that's how we found out about the Cornerstone Marriage Ministry. The forgiveness was the biggest component for me as well. And we went through the step by step by step, and he literally put himself in my shoes for the first time. And the first time I actually saw him cry and break down, and I saw in his eyes that he truly understood the magnitude of what had happened in our relationship.
The depth of the pain and the depth of the hurt she had been shouldering.
So we really connected on that for the first time. And, you know, we unloaded a lot of old garbage.
It was no longer arguments, it was discussions. The tools that we used today. We can talk to one another. I can talk, she can be completely mad at me, I can be completely mad at her and still talk to her in the same tone I'm talking to you, because we've got tools. I don't need to scream and yell. I don't have to throw things and throw a big fit, because I've got tools that I can refer to that's going to break down and translate what I'm trying to say here so she can receive it there where she